Hi, good morning. I'm actually sitting here with Bayo Onigbanjo, and he is the Director of Marketing for Zebra's Zatar Group.
Morning.
Bayo, good morning. Good morning. With the acquisition of the Motorola Solutions enterprise business by Zebra, Zebra now has the mobile computing, barcode scanning, wireless LAN, and printers. Well, obviously printers. How do the printers, the mobile computers, and I guess maybe in the wireless LAN, how do they kind of fit within the capabilities or the sweet spot for Zatar?
Okay. Thanks. It's a great question. So I'll first take a step back and kind of explain the three key trends that we're seeing, right? So we talk about cloud applications, right? So this is applications moving. This is applications moving into the cloud, right? So we're seeing increased number of applications. I mean, internally, even within Zebra, we're moving some of our applications into the cloud, okay? The second is really what we call IoT, right? So the Internet of Things. This is where you have all those multiple devices that become cloud-based, right? So that they live in the cloud, they can connect into the cloud, and you can interact with them. And then the final one is mobility, right? So we're seeing mobile workers. If you think about what Zebra does today, right, with the acquisition, we've added the mobile computing unit, which means we're making workers mobile, right? That's a good thing, right? So the worker's mobile, it has a mobile computing unit. But interestingly, the applications now running on that mobile computing unit are potentially going to start living in the cloud. Okay, so that's the next thing, right? Which means if that application is living in the cloud, that mobile computing unit has to interact with that device, right? So it has some way to provide internet connectivity. And then the final one is really the Internet of Things, right? So now I have a mobile worker, I have cloud-based applications. How do I now tie that into the IoT space? So if you look at printers for us, what they do today is really enable people to create visibility for a device. So Zebra printers out there, you send a command to it to print a label so you can put it on a particular asset. So you have visibility to what's going on in that asset. The printer in itself, right, its functionality is critical to you being able to do that process. So we make the printer a component of the IoT, which means now from a business perspective, the fact that I need to print that label periodically, I can now tell if that printer is available, if it's ready to print, if it's actually completed a print job, because sometimes I don't have visibility to that physical action. Okay. Now the second one is the mobile computing unit, right? So now you have these applications living in that mobile computing unit, and like I said, printing from a mobile computing application or web-based application hasn't traditionally been something that works with legacy printers, right? So now having that printer and application be able to interact with Zatar to talk to that printer is really what you're extending. So if you think about that scenario, I have a mobile computing unit, it's talking to an application in the cloud. That application in the cloud also is accessing the printer through a Zatar API in the cloud, right? So now I've created this ecosystem of devices to device, right? Because it's now in the cloud. The other thing that happens is you can have multiple people supporting that same use case. One particular example that I like a lot, and I think it's increasingly potentially going to come in retail, is if you take today the scenario where I buy something online, it gets delivered to my house by UPS or one of the shipping delivery companies, okay? But at the same time, sometimes I have things I need to return, okay? Which today UPS doesn't pick up in my house, right? Unless I have the label from the company, right? So if I have the label and I have a good relationship with my UPS or FedEx driver, I can say, oh, can you just take this back into the truck? But think about the future where that UPS driver, because he has a mobile computing unit that can connect into the cloud, so it has a cloud-based application, he gets to my house and I say, oh, I have a shipment for the store that I need to return, I don't have the label, he can go into the cloud, because that customer is also a customer for UPS. He pulls the application from that, prints a whole new label for me, and he has a mobile printer right there. The print job goes to the printer, he picks up the label, slaps it on, and picks up that shipment. So for me, from a customer perspective, I've had increased customer experience, right? From the business perspective, they've been able to satisfy me because they didn't have to send me pre-shipment return labels. They didn't have to worry about when that was going to be picked up. And then from a UPS or shipment perspective, they've increased their business because now they're doing new business. And all this is possible just because of those three trends I spoke about. So the mobile guy is now mobile. It has a mobile computing unit connected to a cloud-based application that he can access any of that information. And the IoT is linking all this together.
It's funny you said that because I just kind of went through that with some sunglasses I bought online and wanted to ultimately return them.
Yep.
So perfect. Thanks, Bayo.
Thank you
Appreciate
very
that.
much.